Hey guys, so it's been like forever and a couple of months since I've done a video, which is weird, I guess. But there's no one really here in residence right now, and my roommate's in class, and so yeah, figured I might as well do one because there's an issue that needs to be addressed, and it's not so much eating disorders because I hate talking about them. I really do. Like, it makes me sick, and I feel awful every time I do. And I kind of just want to curl up in a ball and die and cut out all the fat in my stomach and my body. So, but the thing is, what needs to be addressed, because I did make an actual post about it in Letters, but what needs to be addressed is the people who fake having eating disorders. And I get it. If you want attention, choose something else. Like, I don't know, develop a talent. Like, learn how to fucking draw or something, okay? Because eating disorders are probably one of the most disgusting things ever. Like, they're not glamorous at all. I really don't care if you're all like, oh my god, you can see my bones, like, it's so cool. I'm like, shut your fucking face, okay? Just shut up. Because it's really not that great. I mean, if you... There's lots of stuff. I mean, there's bulimics, there's anorexics, but you could also be a restricting bulimic or a purging anorexic. And that shit ain't cute, okay? We sit here and we're like, you know what? I feel horrible about myself, so I'm going to stick my finger down my throat until my stomach contents come up and into a garbage bag and all over my face, and it's fucking gross, okay? There's nothing glamorous about that. There's nothing attractive about that. It's disgusting and it's awful. So I'm really not entirely sure why people fake it in the first place. Like, it's ridiculous. Sorry, there's a lot of rain. Like, it's piss pouring right now. But what people who fake it don't realize is that it makes everything so much worse for the people who actually do have them. And it would be awesome if people actually realize that, because with eating disorders, like, let's take bulimia, for example. It can cause cancer. You can get, like, cysts in your stomach that cause you to bleed. See, your teeth rot in your fucking mouth, which is disgusting. There's bone loss, there's everything with anorexia. Your hair falls out, your body, like, once you get to a certain point, you start to develop a thin layer of really fine hair because your body has no insulation, right? And so you end up just being kind of like furry, but it's not really noticeable. But you start losing hair. Short hair for a fucking reason. And your body starts to shrink and your organs start to shrink, and there's nothing attractive about that. There is nothing attractive about that. Your skin goes to shit. You look like you're a corpse all the time. I mean, makeup can only go so far, okay? Makeup can only go so far. And I don't fucking get it. It's ridiculous. It's like, having anorexia or bulimia, or like an eating disorder in general, it's hell, okay? Because it's not just something where you're like, oh, well, I'm just not going to eat today because I don't want to. It's more like, I'm not going to eat for the next week because I physically cannot bring myself to do it, because mentally, I'd much rather just jump off a fucking bridge, okay? It's awful. There's, like, everything from screaming to crying to cutting to just beating the shit out of everything, and it's a mental battle all the time. It's the French Revolution in your fucking head, chemically, okay? There's nothing glamorous about that. And it's, like, I am getting so sick and tired. Like, I get it, it's your blog, you have your own shit on it, whatever. But I'm getting so sick and tired of these bitches that are walking around, they're just like, oh my god, like, I totally didn't eat today, and oh my god, it'd be so cool to be anorexic, or like bulimic, and I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, are you kidding me right now? Are you fucking kidding me? Like, there's just so many things that go wrong. So many things. And having an eating disorder, and once it goes chronic, congratulations, 3 years. I've had it for 3 fucking years, and that means it's a hell of a lot harder to get rid of. And it comes with a lot of other things, okay? If you're gonna fake something, go for depression, okay? Stop ruining shit for the people who actually have the eating disorders. We go to the doctor and they're like, wow, this is so common, like maybe we just need to change some advertising or send you to a therapist, which doesn't fucking help for most people, okay? It doesn't. And I'm sorry I'm swearing at you guys, but I can't help it because I'm just so mad about this. Because it's ridiculous, okay? When I sit here, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna check my blog. And I get some stupid little shit fuck who's all like, oh my god, eating disorders are so cool. They're amazing. I love my eating disorder. I'm like, you don't have one. You're faking it, for the love of God. Because it's not something, once you have it, you're not like, oh my god, I love it so much. It's more like, why don't I just step in front of a moving bus so I don't have to live anymore? It's kind of how this shit works, guys. And there's so many things that are tied to it. Like, you can have an eating disorder, but once you have an eating disorder, you're more likely to develop depression and anxiety and things like bipolar disorder or schizophrenia, because that's a blast and a fucking half. And, oh yeah, multiple personality disorder or borderline personality disorder. Super great, guys, because they're so much fun. Because it's just like you're sitting there and you're like, yay, I got all this shit wrong with me. It's the greatest thing ever. No. No. I want to just punch you in the face, and that's not my other personality talking. That is me telling you that I want to punch you in the fucking face if you think it's cool. Okay? It's not cool. Once you have it, you're like, wow, this is actually the worst thing in the entire world, because I can't sit here and have a normal conversation with someone. I can't go out to do things in public with family and friends because I'm so scared that someone's going to be judging me the whole time. Or I'm going to be comparing myself to other people the whole time. I can't eat in fucking public because I'm scared that people are going to be like, oh my god, is she really eating that? Holy shit, how much is she eating? Like, what the fuck? It's hard enough living here when people ask me, because I don't go to meal hall, okay? There's too many people. Like, my eating disorders ruin that for me. I can't eat in public. My roommate, like, she does her thing. She's mentioned a couple times that she wants to go out and eat. I'm like, that's cool. I can't do it. I can't. Even with medication, I can't. And it's awful. And sometimes when you think the medication is working, you don't need it anymore, you stop taking it. And I do that all the time. And it fucks you up even more. And it's a vicious cycle that if the people who actually faked having these disorders knew about, I don't know, maybe they would smarten the fuck up and quit being ignorant, arrogant little pieces of shit that are like dumbing down society. I don't know. Maybe they would actually be compassionate human beings and be like, oh, well, this is horrible. I'm not going to fake this anymore and give people with these disorders a bad name. I mean, I want attention, so maybe I'll learn how to draw or sing or write or just, I don't know, something that's not to do with the arts. I don't give a fuck what you do. Don't ever take advantage of a disorder. What the fuck is wrong with you? Why would you ever do that? It's ridiculous. It's like when I go to a doctor and I'm like, hey, my eating disorder is getting worse. Even though I look like a fat piece of shit right now. Okay? I really don't care. But when I go to the doctor, they're like, oh, it's actually super common. I'm like, no! No, it's not common. What's common is the fact that people lie about it being so fucking common. Because it's nothing. It's. Fuck. Okay. Imagine actually being an anorexic or bulimic or the variations of, okay? Imagine actually being that person and you go onto a blog and you can't even go onto your own blog because there's some little fuckface who's posting things that are like, oh my god, I'm so fat, or I purged all day, and maybe you were having a good day. Okay, maybe you were having a day where maybe you ate something and you kept it down. Maybe you were making progress. And as soon as you see that, it makes you feel worse about yourself, so you automatically, you go purge, or you restrict, or you like you cut, or you cry, or you like or you even have suicidal thoughts. Like, when you're telling the truth about something like that, that's fine, okay? That's fine. But seeing something like that and actually being someone with an eating disorder and you're seeing someone fake it, you feel like shit. Doesn't matter how much progress you've had, it can take you back to like relapse stage. Have you ever relapsed before? Have you ever puked until you started bleeding? Until you started throwing up blood? No, because if you're gonna fucking fake it, you don't even know what happens, for one. You just assume, and then you play off that. And I am sick and tired of this shit happening. Because it's ridiculous. Like, there's so much fear that comes with having an eating disorder. It's almost overwhelming all the time. Like, it's ridiculous. I can't even listen to my roommate or anybody else make a fat joke or talk about how they've lost weight, because as soon as I hear about somebody else losing weight, subconsciously, I start a competition with them to see who can lose more weight. Like, it's bad. And I can't help it. And you know what? Getting help is a fuckload harder because of all those assholes out there who pretend to have eating disorders. If you want attention, get fucking pregnant, okay? I don't give a shit. Just don't take advantage of someone else's disorders, or any disorder, or any illness. Fake a cold. Don't give a fuck. No one cares about colds. Someone just throw some citrus tablets at you. Who gives a shit about a fucking cold? You want attention? Do something creative and actually worth it instead of fucking with society and being a completely ignorant piece of shit. That would be great. Yeah. I'm gonna go now. And I'm really sorry for swearing at you guys continuously, but I'm just so angry. Like, super, super angry. If I could release the Kraken right now, if I could actually scream at you guys, at the people who fake it the way I want to, I probably wouldn't remember it, but just knock it the fuck off, okay? This shit is a hell of a lot more serious than you actually think it is. People die from this stuff, okay? It's not a game. Go get pregnant, go fucking draw. Go get really good at mountain climbing or something. I don't care. Do something actually, useful.